Well, hello. Thank you for your patience. I know we're just past the midway of the week, so everyone having a good Ignite so far? Yeah? OK, good, good. I'm Debjani Mitra. I'm a program manager on the SharePoint Experiences team. And it's my pleasure to be here today and talk to you about SharePoint News. So SharePoint News can transform internal communication at your organization, making it visually compelling, enabling content to be dynamic, making that article a persistent artifact in your intranet that's easily searchable, accessible via mobile, and more. Now, news can be leveraged at two levels. The first is the level of organization news. This is news that's used by corporate communications teams at organizations to communicate authoritatively with all employees. And the second level is the level of team news. So this is news that's used by individual employees to communicate effectively with their teams and their work groups. So in this way, SharePoint News both meets the rigorous needs of a Corp Comms team, but can also be used in a lightweight way by individuals to improve the way teams work together. Now, when I talk about SharePoint News, I want you to keep four aspects in mind. SharePoint News provides authoring, publishing, distribution, and engagement. Authoring is easy. SharePoint News provides a number of flexible publishing options. Distribution is intelligent, and every time you create a news post, you're creating a space for rich two-way engagement. Now, how many of you attended CLB 20 yesterday with Brad and Melissa and myself? OK, cool. Thank you. That's a small percentage of the room, which is not a problem at all. In that session, we covered some of our latest authoring and publishing capabilities. Today, we'll go over those and cover lots more. Also, in CLB 20, we learned about Arla Foods and how they're using SharePoint. So Arla has recently reinvented their intranet on modern SharePoint, and they've bet really big on SharePoint News. As you can see from that screenshot, they have a news web part right on top of their intranet's landing page. When employees come to this site, they can get to know the news and information from that organization that day and get to work being in tune with the pulse of the company. And as Torben, their CIO, points out, the fact that SharePoint News is available cross devices is a huge bonus for Arla's modern workforce, which of course uses web to access intranet resources, but also uses their mobile devices more and more. So we love to hear from customers that are gaining tangible benefits from using SharePoint News. And we'll just jump straight to demos so you can be one too. Awesome. So here I am on the Contoso News site. Now, this is a site for authoritative news at the company. This is a site for organization news. Most employees coming to this site would not be able to create content on here or edit this site. But in this scenario, I'm a member of the corporate communications team, and therefore I can. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and create a new news post about a product launch that's coming up. Now, here, notice that I have the option to use one of the custom templates that the corporate communications team has been able to add on this site. If I click on one of these templates, I get a handy preview of what that looks like. But for the purposes of this demo, I'm going to start from scratch. So let's select blank and get straight to it. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do, of course, is give this news post a title. So we're going to say launching Contoso aerial cameras. Super exciting. And then we're going to give it a banner image. So to do that, I can click on this change image icon. And you can see that SharePoint provides a number of different sources from where I can pull my images. In fact, one of the big advantages of using SharePoint News to distribute information in your organization is that you can tell your story in a very visually compelling way. You can use web search to get your images. You can use organization assets. These are approved assets from your organization. You can upload them from a number of different sources. Today, we are going to use stock images. Jeff Teper announced in his keynote that we'll soon be releasing thousands of beautiful, high-quality photographs and images that folks authoring pages and news posts in your organization can just use. So balloons seem like a good metaphor for a launch. I'm going to go ahead and search for that. And I get a number of great-looking images. I'm going to go ahead and select that. This was a tough choice. And hit Insert. And that image gets added to the banner. And I can change the banner layout as well. I personally really like the color block, so let's go with that. Next, I can enter text into the content of my news post. Now, of course, I can type in here directly, and SharePoint provides a number of different formatting options, as you can see right here. But if you're like me, you work by drafting up your post in Word, which is exactly what I've done here. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy the whole thing, including that image, and paste it in right here. And notice that not only did that copy the text over, but that image has created an image web part for itself. Super handy, because I actually want this image to the right of my text. So I'm going to go ahead and easily change this to a 2-column section. And then I can drag and drop this web part into the right space. Now, this is good, but I think there's a bit of a misalignment between the 2 columns, so I want to reduce the size of the image. And SharePoint provides a number of different controls to work with your image. So we can go ahead and resize it. Let's try and do that. I think I was a bit over-eager and made it too small. But that's not a problem, because with our undo-redo capability, I can just press Control-Z on my keyboard and bring it right back. I love this capability and use its flexibility all the time. You can use your keyboard or access it from the command bar on top. So let's actually try that again. OK, happy with that. Now we're going to create another 2-column section. And this time, we'll give it a section background, because I want to make it look nice. We can select neutral or soft or strong. Let's go with the neutral. And now I want to add a countdown timer that's counting down to the launch. So to do that, I am going to click on plus, and this pulls up our web part toolbox. SharePoint provides over 40 out-of-the-box web parts, but if you want, you can create your custom web parts using SharePoint Framework, and that would be available here too. So let me search for our out-of-the-box countdown timer web part. There it is. I'm going to configure it. So days to launch is the text. And then let's go ahead and put in the launch date, which is January 31st. And I want this to look really nice, visually pop. So I'm going to give it a background image. Now, again, you can see that SharePoint provides those same sources to pull my images. This time, I'm going to go with organization assets. Again, as a reminder, these are approved images from your organization that all authors of pages and news posts can use. So let's go with aerial images. And that looks like a fantastic image. So I'll select that. And it's going to show up in the background, well, right now. Awesome. Finally, I want to provide some additional resources for readers of this news post to go check out. And to do that, I'm going to use our new wiki linking capability that allows you to link other pages and news posts into this one with just a few keystrokes. So I can create a text web part, and I'll say additional resources, and then use the standard wiki linking syntax, which is open brackets, and you can see that this intelligently suggests some other articles that I can bring into this page. So I'll just search for the one I'm looking for, and just like that, it's linked. And I'll do that again for another article I want to add on here. Great, and we're done. So I have drafted up this news post in English. I'm pretty happy with how it looks, but Contoso is a global company. And all of their official content needs to be translated into 4 other languages. Now, to do that, you can leverage our multilingual capability. You can see this translation icon in the command bar. When you click on it, you have the option to start translations in those 4 languages. And those languages and their designated translators were separately set up under site settings. When I kick off translations, those translators get a notification letting them know that they should go in and create a translated version of this page. So I am a Spanish translator in this case. I've gotten a notification, I've clicked on it, and I've arrived on a version of the page that looks like this. And you can see that I've already started editing it. I've edited the text. And the great thing is that translators can not only edit the text, but they can also edit and modify other web parts as appropriate in their language. When we were doing research about what makes for a successful multilingual solution, we learned that not only do we need to notify translators when that original translation is kicked off, but we also need to let them know when subsequent changes happen to that article. And that's exactly how we've built this. So when translators click on that notification, they arrive on a view that looks like this. This is our new page compare capability that visually highlights which web parts changed, what those changes were, who made the changes, and when, so that translators can check this out, make the decision about which of these changes they want to incorporate in their articles, and then go ahead and do so. When we were doing research about publishing capabilities in SharePoint News, we learned that one more thing that customers really want is the ability to publish a news post at a specific time in the future. And so we've built that capability, or I should say we're in the process of building that capability, and I'm excited to give you a preview today. So here I am on a news post that I have drafted up, and it's about an acquisition. So I've drafted it up, but I can't publish it till the embargo on that acquisition is lifted on Monday at 7 a.m. So all I need to do is click on translation. Nope, that's the last feature. All I need to do is click on page details. And here you can see I have the option to toggle scheduling on. When I do that, I can give it a date. Now, I'm just typing it in, but you can use the calendar picker as well. Select a time. And notice that the Post News button changed to say Post Later. When I'm ready, I can go ahead and publish this. And just like that, this news post is on queue to be published at the time that I specified. Also, in the page details panel, we have a property. In fact, let me go back to edit mode for this. We have a property called audience. Now, some pages and news posts are only relevant to some employees in your organization. For example, a news post about volunteering opportunities in USA would not be relevant to Contoso employees that don't work in USA. Well, to deal with that, you can enter a group of employees, actually multiple groups of employees, to whom this news post would be relevant under the audiences section. Our audience targeting mechanism then uses this group to share relevant information to the right set of employees that is based on the audiences that they are a part of. And when I say audience, technically, I'm talking about Azure Active Directory groups. So in this case, I have an AAD group for full-time employees in the US, which is what I've added right here. And when I go ahead and publish, I'm going to show you in a little bit how this impacts news roll-ups throughout the intranet. So to do that, let's go right back to the home page of Contoso News. And I'll refresh that to make sure I have the best version of it. Great. Now, first of all, this site has multilingual turned on. That's the reason why I was able to kick off translations earlier in the first place. But the other thing it does is it gives me this language dropdown. So I see this homepage in English by default because that's my user preference. But if I wanted to, I could change it to Spanish. And this homepage will be available to me in Spanish, as you can see right here. In fact, this is the Spanish version of the homepage that was created by our translator. If I want to, I can click on any one of these news posts, and that appears to me in Spanish also, so I can continue consuming content in my language of choice. So let's go back to the homepage now, and I'll switch back to English, because I want to show you how you might configure the homepage of an authoritative news site so that the web parts are really personalized and engaging. Again, the reason why I'm able to edit this homepage is because in this scenario, I'm a corporate communicator. So I'll go into edit mode, and let's look at this first web part. So this web part is not only the first news web part, it's the first web part on the page, period. So employees coming to this site are necessarily going to see the content in it. It's always above the fold. So the corporate communications team wants to ensure that the content in here is relevant for all, beautiful, and heavily curated. To do that, they've used our page pinning capability. as you can see right here, by specifically pinning certain news posts to certain locations in the web part. And you can imagine someone from the corporate communications team comes in every week and changes out what these news posts are. Below that, we have another news web part. Now, this is still important news because it's on the home page, but perhaps a little less important, tier 2 news, let's say. So again, it's showing a number of important news items. And this web part has audience targeting turned on. Now, when I look at it, I actually see this news post about employee volunteering in USA. But I'm going to switch browsers and show you what Adele, who is a Contoso employee in Australia, sees. She doesn't see that post. Instead, she sees another news post about employee volunteering opportunities in Australia, which I don't. So in this way, our audience targeting capability makes sure that the right set of employees get personally relevant news for themselves. Now, on that note, I do want to talk a little bit about team news as well. So here I am on a team site, the consumer retail team. And notice that at the team level too, we have a news web part configured on the home page, which is pulling the latest news that has been published on this site. Now, I am a member of the consumer retail team, and I want to publish a new news post. Now, to do that, I can click on New. I can click on News Post and then do the same stuff that I showed you a little while ago. But actually, the article I want to share is an article of the internet. So this is an article about how Microsoft is innovating in the retail space, and this is what I want to share with my team. Now, to do that, I'm going to use our news link capability. Here you see I have the option to provide a link. This can be a link to an article on the internet, but it can also be a link to another SharePoint news post at your company. When I do that, SharePoint extracts a thumbnail, gives it a description, and when I'm ready, I can go ahead and post it. And notice that it shows up in the news rollup right here. And now everybody on my team can read this article as well. Now, this site is associated with a hub. And you can tell because of this middle layer of navigation that exists between the suite nav and the site header. So let's actually go to that hub site. One advantage of having hub sites, among many others, is that hubs roll up content, including news posts from all associated sites. So now I'm on the hub site. And if I scroll down to the news web part, notice that that news post that I just published on the associated site shows up here as well. OK, we're now going to go to the SharePoint start page, which is another place where news gets distributed. Now, to get there, you click on what we call the Office waffle, and then you select SharePoint. And here we are. Now, here a user gets a personalized news feed, and you can click on See All to see more of them. But notice that some of these news posts have a special visual treatment behind the site name. These are, in fact, those organization news posts, authoritative news posts. So news in your organization can come from many different sources. But an admin is able to specify that some of those sources are authoritative sites. When news gets posted to those authoritative sites, they get pushed out to all employees' news feeds, respecting the audience targeting, of course. And wherever they show up, whether it be on the SharePoint start page, in the SharePoint mobile app, in other site rollups, they have this special visual treatment that distinguishes them from other news posts and draws the audience in. So Benefits is a source of org news at this company. So is Leadership Connection. So is Contoso News. If I had published a news post on Contoso News right now, that would show up here too with that special highlighting behind the site name as well. So the one about Eagle launch looks really interesting, and I want to read it, but I don't have the time right now. So what I can do is go ahead and save it for later. And notice that that adds it to my saved for later list right here, which exists on web, but also exists on mobile. So let me now switch over to my mobile device to show you what the on-the-go experience is like, if I remember what the right button was. Do you? 6? OK, we'll try. Yeah, I think that did something. OK, yay. Great. So here I am on my mobile device. And the first thing I want you to see is that I have a notification from the SharePoint mobile app letting me know that my colleague Nestor has mentioned me in a news post. Oh, that's great. I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And this brings me directly to that comment. Nestor says, love the focus on environment as we were discussing Lydia. So in this scenario, I'm Lydia. And I can go to the news post. I'm going to blame the slowness on the Wi-Fi again. And you can see that this post renders beautifully and responsively in the mobile form factor. And I can go back, I can like it. I can go back into the comments, reply to Nestor, and say, I agree, and send it away. And this will send Nestor a notification that I responded to his comment on this news post. So SharePoint News across web and mobile lets you like, comment, and mention in the article, thus creating the space for rich two-way dialogue about it. The SharePoint mobile app also has a dedicated news feed. So this is that news feed, and you can see this is personalized news for the user again, just like it was on the SharePoint start page. But what I love about the SharePoint mobile app, which you just saw a second ago, is the ability to filter. So these are all the filter capabilities I have. If I click on organization news, I can see all of the authoritative news from my organization. If I click on news from sites, I see team news that's relevant for me. But the one I love the most is the saved for later pivot. So when I look at saved news, I can see all of the news items that I saved across web and mobile. So that item that I saved a little bit ago, that's here too. And I can just catch up with it on the go. So on that note, we conclude the demo section of this session. I'll go back to slides to talk about something I think you'll be interested in, which is, I think I got the wrong, great, which is, how does Microsoft use SharePoint News? So we use organization news. We have a top-level site called MSW, and you can see news features pretty heavily on it. If you talk to the MSW team, they'll tell you that the thing they love the most about using news is the fact that they can create this really personalized and engaging experience on this site. At the same time, they recognize that not all employees will come to this site all the time. And therefore, the fact that SharePoint News is distributed across so many different surfaces, the SharePoint start page, the SharePoint mobile apps, other site rollups, you can share that link into Teams, Yammer, email, is a really great way to broaden the corporate communications team's reach. We also use SharePoint News for team news at Microsoft, including in our team, which is no surprise, the OneDrive and SharePoint team. And I have an image here of our site, and you can see, again, news features heavily on it. Now, as Omar, our director of PM, points out, news has had a really positive impact on our team culture. We'll post news for things like trip reports, customer visits, customer research, for project updates, really any scenario where you can imagine sending an email to a large group of people, we'll use news instead. And personally, I love the fact that this gives me great visibility into what everybody else in the team is working on, and I know how my day-to-day ladders up to the direction of the team. So on that note, we'll conclude, but I have a simple call to action for you, which is use SharePoint News. The big one here is plan how your corporate communications team can adopt SharePoint News for company-wide communication. But to start, at the end of this week, why don't you author your Ignite trip report using news? So I'll end with that, but I'll be here for a while. If you have questions or comments, let's chat. Thank you.